Hello everyone. In the previous video, we discussed about some important strategies of solving parajumbles. Parajumbles are also referred as sentence rearrangement questions, where you are asked to rearrange 4-5 sentences in the most logical order possible, and in the end, your answer should form a logically coherent paragraph. That is the expectation from you. Parajumbles can be asked either in the MCQ format and even in the non-MCQ format also. So today we will be discussing about some more strategies and how can we solve the questions of parajumbles effectively. The important thing is identify the start and the closing sentence. That is the most relevant thing that you need to keep in mind, and you can identify this starting by certain words such as nowadays, and you can see the, a, and many other words by which you can identify which can be the best sentence for starting and which can be the sentence for closing. Identify the start and the closing of sentence. You can see there are certain words which will give you some clues, some hints by which you'll identify which will be the starting sentence and which can be the closing sentence. You can see some words I have mentioned here in this slide. Accordingly, as a consequence, as a result, because of that, because of this, consequently, for that reason, for this reason, hence, in consequence, on account of this, on that account. That being so, that being the case, then, thence. These are certain words that we have to identify if they are present in any sentence. By that only we can deduce that which is the opening sentence and which is the closing one. Certain you can see some more words, thus, hence, therefore, eventually, finally. So these words will give you a clue, and it becomes easier for you to identify that what is the closing and which one is the starting sentence. Another important factor is that you have to look for articles. That is the most important thing that you should keep in mind while reading the sentences and arranging them in a proper sequential order. So you should know there are two types of articles available. One is definite article, another is indefinite article. So definite article, to be clear, exact, or obvious about something, when you will use definite article. If there is some indefinite article, then something which is not clear, which is not obvious, then you will use indefinite article. So according to that only you will definitely identify. It becomes easier for you to find out which is the beginning sentence, which can be the sentence in the next sequence, next and next. So one more strategy that you can keep in mind while solving parajumble is the is used when some person, place, or event is being talked earlier. Then when we talk about that particular person, event, second or third time, then we will definitely use the. So the sentence containing the is most likely to come after the second, third sentence, which contains a, an, or something like that. This is the another logical and easier way of constructing a paragraph. The events are usually mentioned in ascending or descending order according to their occurrences that we had already talked in the chronological order, when we have to mention, when we have to arrange certain sentences so that they can be well connected and they can frame a well coherent paragraph. So this is one more clue that I have discussed here in this slide. In the upcoming slide, we'll see, look out for pronouns. That is also more important. You can see here in this picture, they, them, she, her, he, him. So if these sort of pronouns are available, then it becomes easier for you to identify that that sentence which contains pronoun cannot be the first or the beginning sentence. Such pronouns are always used when the person is already talked or introduced in the previous sentence. So it is most likely that you cannot use any sentence or you cannot keep a sentence at first if it is starting from pronoun. Identify the mandatory pairs also. That is also an important factor you should keep in mind while solving the para jumbles. So you can find such certain pairs that this sentence should come prior to this one and the next one will be this one, because these are two pairs which form an order and a sequence of any story or any process. So there are few easy ways by which you will be identifying that what can be the mandatory pair, such as if a noun is being replaced by a pronoun, in that case you'll definitely find an order that this is the previous noun comes first and pronoun sentence comes after that sentence. So two statements that have the same object usually form a pair. So these are some techniques, some strategies that we can keep in mind while solving the para jumble question. Along with that, you should look out for transition words also. What are transition words? When we are shifting from one idea to another, one statement to another, when we are changing, when we identify there is a change ahead, at that time we may look for some transition words, and according to that only we will identify that what sort of change, what sort of sequence we may frame to arrange these transition words in an order. So you can see here certain transition words for your reference. They are projected here also again, as well as after all. For example, for instance, in short, likewise, otherwise, subsequently, hence, simultaneously. So these are certain transition words which will always provide certain clues by which you can reach to your conclusion. Another important significant factor is look out for abbreviations. These are, you can see here, one picture also I have included here. Short forms or abbreviation trick is also very useful when you are arranging certain paragraphs. So if they are present, you can see that if the full form is available prior to that sentence, in the second sentence or in the next sentence or in the upcoming sentence, we can always look for an abbreviation. Now, one more important thing is scan through the options. That is the most significant strategy of solving para jumble in any competitive exam. So you should first of all scan the options. What sort of options are available in front of you? According to the sequence, according to the table options, you can always move to the sequence of framing a paragraph. This is the smartest approach that you can pursue while you are while you are participating in any competitive exam, or even if you are practicing solving para jumbles questions. So this is the best approach by which you can develop high reading speed, and you can arrange 4, 5, 6 sentences in a sequential order, and you can frame a coherent paragraph. So first of all, scan the answers and the options. You can see here in this picture also, you can match these logos by the names. So if by any chance you are not aware of any one logo and you're aware of 3, at least you can arrange them, you can match them by just seeing the options, and later one which you are unaware or if you don't know a single answer, if you are confused at some place, at last you can keep that option and later on you can arrange it accordingly. So stepwise approach to solving parajumble is also an important factor that you should keep in mind. You should always go to the option. You can see the alphabets that are mentioned in the options and the opening and closing sentences. You can identify on that basis. If the options are not provided to you, you can move ahead and identify the transition words that we had already discussed in the previous slides. Based on the tone of the paragraph, you can proceed further. And you can look out for mandatory sentences such as adverbs, pronouns, and conjunctions. These are also the significant and important clues available in each sentence. And according to that only, you can identify that which sentence is first, which is second, which is in the sequence, next, and next. So you can always frame a coherent sentence. You can analyze with the help of the options that are available, and in that way, a logical sequence of sentences is framed very easily. So this approach is really beneficial. So as we have discussed about how we can solve parajumbles, and with the help of these tips and tricks and strategies that we had discussed in this video and in the previous video as well, you can use any of these tricks in isolation and even in the combination method to solve the parajumble questions. You can identify the opening sentence, you can identify the closing sentence, identify the mandatory pairs so that you can make a coherent paragraph, identify some transition words that are really important to identify just to see transition, and identify pronoun antecedents and many other tricks and techniques such as flow of sentences, grammatical logic, and simultaneous evaluation of choices for the elimination. Along with that, articles, pronouns, nouns, and conjunctions, and some more clues that are available in your sequence. So by following them, you'll definitely find that you are capable in solving the parajumble questions.